How's it going, guys? Thanks for clicking on my video. Hope everybody's doing good out there. Today we're going to be checking out the longly anticipated Delta Wolf. Now, you guys may have seen some Delta Wolf videos, but this is the first high power 22 or FAC in 22 caliber. So this is the actual gun that AOA used to perfect the 22 HP settings. And in their words, this gun that I have in my hand right here is the gun that served as the blueprint for all the HP 22s that are going to be manufactured. So you can pre-order those with AOA or any Daystate dealer, and you'll get one right when they come in. I did pay for this gun with my own money. My payment for this video is basically getting this gun, which, as I said, was the first one in the USA in the HP 22 version. And of course there's a waiting list, but I got to jump ahead of all those guys. So I'm making you all this video to give you a close-up look at the Delta Wolf. Here we go. Okie dokie, there is the Delta Wolf. Get a close-up going here. Definitely looks good. Looks like they hauled stuff out to save weight. It actually has a dovetail rail right there, as well as a Picatinny rail right there. I love that grip. Nice rubberized, textured grip. Super match grade trigger right there. We got the AR-15 receiver thing going on. Boy, there's just rails all over this thing. We got rails on the side. Looks like some sort of adjuster right there. So that's crazy. Rail under there for your bipod, and this is a carbon fiber shroud. Definitely not the best lighting out here. Let's zoom in here. So one thing I noticed right away, you guys, is the LCD screen. I noticed that the screen was quite a bit smaller than I thought. I mean, that is like 2 inches that way. So I was imagining it would be like about like that. But it doesn't matter to me. We got dovetail there. Looks like it's rounded on the bottom there. Shows we go on down the Delta Wolf. There we go. Like I say, I love this grip right here. It's got a trap door in the bottom. Fire and safe, just like an AR-15. Nice and smooth there. We got your match grade trigger. It's not on, but there's our manometer. Bunch of cutouts all the way down here. They include a pick rail that's removable. And here's a look at that carbon fiber shroud. Nice bottle. There's the bottom there. I got my bipod on there. Really not sure what that is, and I don't really want to know. See if I can get it to focus on this right here. There's your end of your shroud right there with a nice... Whew. Yeah, that's not 1/2 UNF right there. You would need an adapter for that. But you already spent $3,400, right? What's another 50? Like I said, you guys, this gun is used, so as I'm doing some of these close-ups, you're going to see worn off finish in different places and stuff, but obviously your new Delta Wolf's not going to look like that. Just a quick rundown of the Delta Wolf for anyone that doesn't know the details. The Delta Wolf is a multi-caliber, so you can change the barrel from 177, 22, 25, or 30 caliber. And when you do change your barrel, you simply press a couple buttons on the screen and you're all dialed in for whatever caliber you just put in there. Here's a look at what you're going to get in the box. Comes with a nice fitted case and your paperwork that comes with every Daystate. This gun actually has a humoregulator in it, so that works in conjunction with the electronics. As well, it has a chronograph built into the shroud. So this gun's actually chronographing each shot. You'll be able to read the velocity on the screen, and it uses that in conjunction with the humoregulator and electronics to give you unparalleled shot consistency. So as far as paperwork, we're going to get your normal Daystate test sheet. Going to have all the specific parameters of your gun signed by a Daystate guy. Then you're going to get a Daystate quality control checklist signed by a Daystate inspector. That right there is your warranty card. It's going to have your serial number on it. As far as manuals go, you're going to get a Delta Wolf recommended maintenance sheet, and this tells you basically everything important that you need to know as far as maintaining your Delta Wolf. And then you're going to get a quick start guide. So this is a full color, basically manual that tells you real quickly how to operate everything. All you need to get going on your Delta Wolf. The other thing I want to tell you is the electronic screen not only allows you to change caliber settings and all that, the Delta Wolf also comes with pre-programmed settings from the factory for all the popular pellets. So this is a 22, so there's going to be a setting for 18.1 grain pellets and 25.39 grain pellets, which are basically the light and the heavies. And there may even be some more settings in there. If you go into advanced settings, then you can make your own setting for any pellet that you have. So lots of versatility if you know what you're doing. Right there's a look at the day and nighttime display modes. Cool. The magazine can be loaded from either side. So you just take that notch and make sure that that is going over the barrel, and you just slide it in from either side. Those magnets right there are so you can stick two magazines together. So you can literally double your capacity from 10 to 20 rounds. Just slide that magazine back and forth. So that's another great feature of this gun. I was disappointed that there was no single shot tray included. The production models will probably have one, I would guess. The thing with Daystates though is that they're designed to shoot just as good out of the magazine as out of the single shot tray. So they want to, at the factory, they want to see no difference between the tray and the magazine. So that's how they do their stuff. I'm going to go over some of the important points on the maintenance that you just need to know. So the chronograph is actually a clear plastic tube inside there. So let me just read what they say. The chronograph unit fitted to your Delta Wolf contains a clear plastic tube that should be internally cleaned at least every 500 shots to avoid misreadings caused by lead dust. Use a pistol cleaning rod with flannelette or a soft barrel mop, lightly soaked with non-abrasive cleaner. Internal diameter of the tube is 9 mm. Avoid using pellet lubricant that can cause lead dust to stick to the inside of the chrono barrel. So they're saying don't lube your pellets up too much at least, because then it'll stick to the inside of your barrel. It says for optimal performance, the barrel should be cleaned periodically with a barrel cleaning solution recommended for air rifles. It says a wire brush should not be used on the Delta Wolf as it may damage the chronograph module. The barrel shroud and chronograph assembly is made as a unit and should not be stripped down. The barrel can be cleaned on or off the rifle. It says the frequency of cleaning depends on the pellet type and individual barrel. For general guidance, the barrel should be cleaned in line with the cleaning of the chrono tube at least every 500 shots. Sounds like a huge pain in the butt to me. It says the buddy bottle should be inspected and replaced every 10 years. And it says some other things about where not to get oil. And it says if you use a manual pump, that's a hand pump. It says this type of charger offers inexpensive and convenient method of charging your rifle. But if you regularly use this type of charger, care should be taken to avoid condensation buildup from inside the pump being transferred to the buddy bottle. So basically, it's saying don't put moist air in this gun. So to switch on your Delta Wolf, all you do is cycle the safety catch. Then it'll get your screen on. Now to unlock the screen, you're going to pull your action back and then hold the trigger down. You're going to open your bolt, leave it open, and then just depress your trigger for 4 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4. Boom, there it is. Now the screen's unlocked. You can swipe sideways to get into your settings. So the rifle's going to have a rechargeable battery inside it. To recharge that battery, you just basically plug it in like your cell phone. It has a USB Type-C connector, and you can connect it to any 5-volt phone or tablet charger. I did forget to mention you get a 1/8 quick disconnect extended sleeve to make filling your gun a little easier. Just put that on the end of your hose. Got some tiny Allen wrenches, probably for adjusting the trigger. Of course, your magazine. Got a Daystate C-type USB charger, very long, and some O-rings. This gun will actually make a little beeping sound when it turns itself off. Let you know. Then it makes the same sort of grunting noise when you turn it on. The action on this gun is super smooth because you don't actually have to cock anything. You're basically just telling the computer to cycle the action, so there's no resistance. As well, the trigger is adjustable, but it's pretty much like a mouse click. Super awesome, like all the Daystate triggers. In the AOA video, they had you swipe this way for factory settings and this way for advanced settings. But on the new Delta Wolf, we got advanced settings and everything all in one spot. So let's just go back the way this is made is you have to kind of hold your finger on it. And when you're making selections, you'll see you have to just sort of press it a little harder and maybe hold it a little bit, but that's so you don't bump it accidentally. Your factory shot settings are basically what you're going to use to change caliber. So you would select your caliber. I got a 22, 23-inch barrel, and there's my different pellet weights. So I am actually going to start off with 25.38, select, and then you just basically in factory settings, you're going to select your velocity, and your gun is going to be shooting and calculating everything off based off of the velocity that you selected. So if you're doing advanced settings, they say that could be a little more consistent and accurate, because then we'll go over this in a second, but you're just telling the gun what to do, and it's not using the chronograph to adjust every shot. I'll explain more about that in a second. So you would just select your speed, say 935, hit that, and then right here, that's what the recommended pressure is. And I'm actually low, but what it would do is, let's say that you were shooting a 30 caliber. It would say 190 right here, but your actual pressure for the best accuracy at 900 feet per second would be 160. This is basically telling you, do you want to raise it to 190 bar for max speed, or are you happy with where it's at? So if my tank was filled up, that would say 155 right there. So you just select that, and then now you're in 22 caliber for 25.83 grain, and it's telling you all your parameters right there. That's your regulator pressure right there. So this, again, it's telling you your actual pressure. That would say 155 if I was like 250 psi. What I'm going to be using in this video is my advanced shot settings. So you got to kind of hold it on there. So I'm going to recall a set that AOA programmed in here. It's called the 2225. And so I'm just going to select that. Now you can see my active set right there is 2225. Now, the guys at AOA, this is a set that they created by tweaking it to get apparently phenomenal groups at 100 yards. So you can see that my hammer is set at 3600. These are all settable in advanced settings. My voltage, which has the most influence on your velocity, although the hammer and the voltage need to work together. There's a relationship between them, but basically you're going to get the most reaction by raising and lowering the voltage. So you got the voltage is 77, and that's basically how hard the hammer hits the valve. And then of course our regulator pressure is set at 155 bar. So let's say I wanted to make a new set. Just basically select my hammer, select my voltage. You can go up or down with that. Now when you set your regulator pressure, you just go up into the front, and we'll go over that in a second, but you can turn your regulator up. You can't turn it down without taking the bottle off. So yeah, and that's the last thing. So just select that, and then it's going to ask you to name your thing. So you can name it whatever you want, but you can't name it something that's already there to override it. You cannot overwrite. So let's say I have a new 2225 setting. I can't name this 2225 and overwrite the other one. I have to name it something else. And then you just hit this to save your settings. And you can close the bolt basically at any time, and it'll go back. So after you've made sets, you can save them, and then you can recall them. So this has a set for 2218. That's the 18.1 grains. These are the 25.39 grains. And those are the two that I'm going to be using. At the end of this video, I'll give you my parameters for those, so you can enter the same one on your Delta Wolf. Shoot just the same as mine is. Just going to select that set. Now we're all set. Now let's go over here. Magazine shot counter. You can turn this on or off. I'm going to say no. It comes default no in the US. Night mode on and off. Let's turn it on. Oh, it's on. Okay. Oh, that's cool. Oh, me likey. Alright. Backlight setting. So this is the brightness of your display. Alright. Just select it. And this is how long before it turns off. I actually would like mine to turn off a little sooner. Let's do 30 seconds. Timeout bright. Not sure what that is. I'm just going to select it, and there we are. Auto power off time. This is how long it's going to take for your gun to automatically turn off. So if you're in a competition, you might want to select an hour and a half, just so your gun doesn't turn off during your field target shooting. So you just select that, boom. Now here's to turn the chrono on and off. So that's self-explanatory. I'm going to go back through there and turn it back on again. And that's the end of the menu. So you can scroll back and then just close the bolt and you're locked up again. If you close the bolt at any time during this process, then it'll just save your settings and lock it back down again. So the reason that they say it's more consistent in advanced mode is because basically in factory settings, it's going to use the chronograph to constantly adjust the velocity. So each shot is based off trying to hit that velocity. So it's going to adjust the hammer spring, it's going to adjust the voltage on every single shot. Now, if you've got it dialed and you know your numbers exactly, like on my 22-25 tune here, it's just going to ignore the chronograph. It's just going to pop that at 155, 77 volts, 3600 hammer every single time. So once you find that golden number through experimentation, or maybe your buddy just tells you, then that is going to be the most consistent and most accurate way to shoot. Although both methods will be super, super accurate, but if you're going for the ultimate in accuracy, advanced setting is where you want to be. I'm actually going to break this up into about 4 videos, so I'll be back at you soon with some Delta Wolf accuracy testing. But as I said, this gun I have in my hands right here is rumored to shoot phenomenal groups at 100 yards, so I can't wait to try that out. Alright, that's it for me on this one. Hopefully you've enjoyed this little introduction to the Daystate Delta Wolf. I appreciate you guys tuning in. We'll catch you on the next one.